So very often you find people are never perfect. Like I mentioned in the beginning, no human being is perfect. We have roses. There's the rosy side, the fragrant side, the beautiful side, the colorful side. But there's also going to be the thorny side.
Thorny side.
Every human being, right? And
Right.
that's life. Adjusting and making sure we focus on the rosy rose than just the thorns, which we have to kind of accept. So I want to ask you, in 35 years, right, there may have been ups and downs, there may have been differences, there may have been fights sometimes, arguments, which is just such a part of a relationship, isn't it? And so what was that thing that you saw in Zenobia that said to you, hey, look, ये बाकी सब छोड़ दो, जो भी है, this is absolutely so amazing. And she's not here, but probably you may know. What did she see? What was that one thing that she see in you?
What she saw.
हाँ, क्या देखा?
देखो ना फिर।
नहीं, वो तो बहुत 35 साल पहले भी देखा था। कुछ तो एक चीज जरूर देखा होगा बोमन सर, अंदर कुछ तो देखा होगा जो इतने 35 साल में बाकी सब निग्लेक्ट करके उसके आधार पे ना आगे बढ़ते रहे. What do you think both of you saw in each other, and which would be kind of a piece of advice to people who are watching, that for our relationships to be sustainable, yes, something that we need to focus on?
I don't know. I told you what I saw. I don't know what she saw. I think I go back to a word that you used earlier.
Mm-hmm.
The word adjust.
Yes.
You use the word adjust. And
yes.
I tell you today, and I hate to say it, and I'm not preaching this, okay?
Yeah.
I hate to say it, but I think the word adjust is misunderstood.
Correct.
A lot of people who are fighting for individuality and who want to prove themselves that they are not dependent on other people, which means that I am independent.
Correct.
Want to assert their independence.
Yes.
And they find that adjustment is a compromise to those principles. And I think that it's not a compromise.
Correct.
When two people meet, it is an adjustment the day you meet.
Correct.
So how come you're going to start unadjusting because you feel that, nobody's taking away your independence. Nobody's taking away the fact that you are a unique person by yourself.
Correct.
But do not think that adjustment is a compromise, that, you are compromising your own principle. You are not.
Yes.
What you're doing is you're just, I beg your pardon, see the, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, I can.
What you're doing is that just giving the relationship a chance rather than using a swipe across a mobile screen.
Yes.
We are getting too used, our zeitgeist is too used to swiping across mobile screen.
Correct.
And when you make that first adjustment, which is a match, you're going to change your lifestyle.
Yes.
Everything changes on that one day. You've adjusted.
Yes.
Now go for the whole hog. Then go for the whole hog. Don't say, I can swipe.
Correct.
Just because you feel that, you're losing out on your independence or your individuality.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm seeing a lot of couples, they move around for 2 or 3 years. They get married and within 8 months it's over. I don't know. That breaks my heart. It really breaks my heart. To see that, just hang in there for some time.
Sure.
And say that, what was it? What is that thing that actually made me fall in love with this individual?
Yes.
Latch onto that.
Correct.
Latch onto that. And that's your prayer for the morning.
Correct.
That's what I saw. And that's what I'm going to encourage in my partner.
Correct.
Hang on to that. Hang on to that. Don't hang on to the thing that, okay, fine, man. It's okay.
Yes.
And this whole penchant to win an argument.
Yes.
Who cares who won the argument? After a certain time, don't even know what the hell you're arguing about.
Absolutely.
What are you arguing? I don't know. What was it last night? Do you remember me? We left off last night.
Yeah.
You don't. And I'll tell you one thing. There was one principle, I think, at a very young age. I'm a very childish person, as you can see. I'm a very childish person. And I think that's the most mature thing I ever do is remain childish.
That's childlike, sir.
Childlike.
Beautiful.
Yeah, but I'll tell you the one principle that we made, and it can work for a lot of people, is
Hmm.
that the argument, who wins is not important.
Correct.
But if you want to complete the argument, go ahead and complete the argument.
Mm.
But complete the argument before you go to sleep.
Mm.
Don't
Mm.
wake up with an unfinished argument. Just finish it. Finish
Yes.
it. Say sorry, apologize, kiss,
Okay.
and go to sleep.
Okay.
That's it. Don't wake up in the
Amazing.
morning and say, yeah. And that's a principle. No
Yes.
one, you're not allowed to go to sleep. Saying, no, 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 come, I'm very sleepy. No, just, okay, I'm sorry. If you're too sleepy, go to sleep. I'm sorry, my fault.
Mm.
End of it. Big deal. This is a person
Yes.
that you swore you're going to love for the rest of your
Sure.
life.
Sure. Amazing.
Sorry, I preached a little bit. Yeah.
No, no, no,
Sorry.
not preachy. Giving two important principles, and I think the two important principles, guys, to take note that he mentioned were: number one, always remember why you started. How did the relationship start? Because if you keep focusing on why it started, give it a chance. I'm not saying keep going in an abusive relationship. If it's
No,
abusive,
no, no. We never
yes,
say,
and I'm sure
neither of us is saying
nobody's
that.
ever advocating that. If it's
No.
an abusive thing, we end that. But otherwise, keep focusing on what is crucial, why you started, that spark that connected you. And the second thing, of course, good
Latch onto
advice,
that.
and latch on to that, yes. And the second thing that he suggested was end your arguments before going to sleep. Don't carry that burden. And to be honest, who cares? The arguments keep happening and we forget them and they keep coming again. चलता रहता है 19-20 तो दुनिया में और लाइफ में चलता रहता है. Don't make it into a life where it's love at first sight and divorce at first sight, guys.
My God.
So, and that's the world we live in. But moving forward, one of my last questions to you, Bomanji, is that
Good.
we've spoken about variety of relationships in this topic on boosting our relationships. My last question is this: will